At Career Conference 2026, we reimagined the experience with an event that's now more focused, more exclusive, and more powerful than ever. In March 2026, we're bringing this incredible high-impact event to 9 select cities, plus one dynamic live stream for those who can't attend in person. We're celebrating excellence in style with stunning new recognition moments that shines a light on you. Starting with the Sales Director Reds Challenge. Sales directors with 3 or more Reds in their unit will receive on-stage recognition and a Mary Kay branded makeup bag along with their Reds. You can also earn a My Shop lanyard when you achieve the My Shop Challenge by setting up their online shop, including a Mary Kay Stripe account, which will make it fast and effortless for your customers to shop with you online. That's not all. Are you working toward achieving a seminar awards court or circle? Well, if you are on target or in the top 10 courts or circle at your city, one of these rewards could be yours. Be sure to check out In Touch for all the recognition you can achieve. Don't miss this exclusive event packed with education, motivation, and recognition. Everything you need to spark your success and finish the seminar year strong.
Love that. Love that. Love that.
Yay.
And it's almost here.
And the other video is still running in the background, so I need to stop that. But well, welcome everybody. Let's do, and let me open up my chat and my participants so I can see who all's here. Let's do some recognition for the week. I would love for you to tell us in the chat your sales for the week, your new faces for the week, booking, and yeah, and also give yourself a shout out if you finished bingo. If you got all 16, it was 16, right? Yeah, all 16 scores on bingo. So I want to see what you got. Who finished bingo? And tell us, you know, new faces, sales, any new team members. We already heard a little bit from Renetta. We know she had some new faces. That sounded like an awesome event. So everybody's quiet.
So come on, you guys, we need to hear some what you did. What are you proud of this last week? You know, and I found the bingo challenges were fun because it was like sell a fragrance. It's like, oh yeah, I have fragrance. I need to talk to somebody. It's like post your face. It's like, okay, post my face. It just goes to show you what you can do when you have that laser focus.
Yep.
And so I want to do a shout out to Celeste. She finished. I believe Carrie finished. I didn't Carrie's not even on here yet. But we had and then Marty finished, just didn't get that last video posted. So Marty was in Florida or whatever posting everything. So but I know Marty was even in Florida and was talking to some women. I think she even did some quick facials or something. So okay, you guys, what do you Melanie's there with her pom-pom ready to crow for you all. What's the scoop? What'd you guys do this last week? Woo, Renetta, 5 new faces. You rock, girl.
That's awesome. Faces take you places. That is
ma'am.
the basis of it. So that's wonderful. Let's see. And you had some sales there, so that's awesome. And you know what? Even if it didn't, you pivoted even when it wasn't coming out. You know, the way you had hoped. You pivoted. You kept going. Lori says she finished the bingo. She has 1 new booking, 1 new share. Just waiting for the agreement to confirm. So congratulations.
Yeah, good job, Lori.
Yep, we are.
I have to say, I had some great sales from last Wednesday's event with the biochemist lady with the 696 people we had on. Wasn't that last week? And I had 3 customers. I said, you guys, I have to get 3 people on. And one girlfriend goes, I'll do it to help you. And I go, okay. And so afterwards she called and she goes, okay, whatever that dynamic wrinkle stuff is, I want one of those and I need barrier restore. And then another customer, so that like she ordered 2 things. And then another customer says, well, the lady on there said if I bought 3 things, I got a discount. So she ordered 3 things. That totaled over 120. And when I showed them the February special deals, they both ordered eye patches as well. So it turned out to be And then I had a mom that I reached out, a lady that I met on Valentine's Day, literally, and I got together with her two daughters to do a multi-generational thing, and they spent a little over $550. So I think I had like a 750 week, so
Nice.
or 800. So
Well, I had several reorders and had a party on Sunday, which was fun. And yeah, so some new faces, some reorders. I have one person, which she was like, uh, last month she said, I can't sign this month. Let talk to me at the end of the first week of March. And so she doesn't even know yet that the $10 thing is there. So excited about her. So so anyway, well, um,
keep typing in
and
the chat though,
Renetta,
you guys, if you're adding up your sales or stuff, because we really do
yeah,
want to know what your successes for the week were.
and yeah, Renetta has a booking. Did that come from your party, or is that the next one you've rescheduled, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
no, that came from the party.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
That's
And Renetta, we
wonderful.
need to
Yep.
talk after tonight's meeting so we can make sure we set your date. So,
Okay.
well, we're here to cheer you all on.
Yep. And if you did finish bingo and you just came in, let us know. Put that in the chat. If you finished the bingo, don't forget that you need to sign up for that party, that virtual party. There's and you have the way I found the link was through the My Mary Kay Facebook page. I'm not sure if there's another way to get to it, but that's where I found it.
I found the link on Mary Kay in Touch.
Okay.
So just click on the little bingo game thing and there it should still, I don't know if it's still on there now, but it was on there. So
Probably under the contest or
yeah,
rewards and contests. So
congratulations everybody. So yeah, type in the chat sales, new faces. So Renette, I think you are our queen of new faces with 5 new faces. Anybody beat 5? So
congratulations.
congratulations. And I don't know who our queen of sales were because I'm not seeing everybody post much stuff. So all right.
Nope.
So Miss Lori, do you want to talk about events?
Yes, but I just want to say that if anybody would just love to do the bingo, but they didn't quite, get to it, talk to your director because she would love to give you the assignments and let you try it again this month. So
Yep.
that definitely do that. All right. Tomorrow is one of the favorites that we have every month, and we just love it. And it's not too late. We love to give people pre-notice, but
Oops.
it's
Hold on.
okay. We can okay.
All right, sorry. No, you're fine. Sorry. I'll go
Okay.
back.
Skincare. Da-da. And remember, they can have samples, or they can watch and look forward to getting samples, which they will. Okay, so skincare, and for those who speak Spanish or who would love to hear it in Spanish, invite. And there is the invitation, and they're all of these announcements and flyers are available on boards and I believe Facebook, correct,
Mhm.
Diane? Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so thank you for doing that. And the next we have, okay,
Oh, sorry. These are totally out of order. Hold on a second,
that's
Lori. These
okay,
are
that's
just all
okay.
thrown up here.
I mean, we do want to know about
Oh my
um
goodness. Well,
and
we'll
one of the
talk. We'll
best.
talk about this. There is free shipping, which is not
Free
necessarily an
shipping.
event, but
We are so excited because oops, I forgot to write who's going to talk about double. Oh yeah, Melanie's talking about double credit. Okay, good. All right. So this is extremely exciting. Free shipping Wednesdays and Sunday the 15th, because that day,
double credit.
take note, has special meaning. Ta-da. Okay, let's see this lady here. Mary Ann Knox. Okay, now Diane, you know this person.
No, actually, you know what I was mistaken is that I was thinking it was this gal, Deborah Bailey. She's at the end of the month. So
Oh,
never mind.
oh.
I know of her. I've met her, but I don't personally know her very well.
Okay, well,
But
she
she's the
looks
top
fun.
director. She's great personality though.
She looks very fun. And
Mhm.
I've been very impressed with the top directors. They've been amazing. The last one was fabulous, and I'm sure this one will be too.
And Laura, I know you like to look out 2 weeks, so we can talk about this. It's a week from tomorrow.
Oh, masks. Okay, we have inside information. This one is going to be really fun. So, definitely, once we get people their basics down, let's take a look at the masks because I don't know about you, but I see a lot of people who can really benefit from exfoliation. And one of the favorite ways to exfoliate is masks. All right.
And then on that week is also Brittany Word, who's a national sales director. She's one of Leah
Carta.
Thank you. I say Leah Nelson, but Leah Carta's one of her national offspring. So Brittany will be speaking a week from then. One thing that's not pictured, and I apologize for that, I don't know why it's not on here, is the red event. The red event is on Monday the 9th. And so if you have 3 on your team, whether they're alive, awake, doesn't matter where they are on the active career path, but you guys don't miss those events because you're going to hear 3 directors. And every time, I know Melanie and Lori will attest to this, these 3 women have the only thing in common is they both all ended up with a pink jacket. Their backgrounds, how many kids, like last time one gal was single mom, grown kids. The other one was mom of 7. I mean, it was like, what? So,
and the length of time they've been in is completely varied.
yep.
We've got people who've been in for a long time. We've got people who came in, it seems like yesterday. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So the red event is on Monday. Now notice what's on Sunday. We didn't talk about this, Melanie and Lori, but Sunday is International Women's Day. I would seriously do something crazy for your customers because it's double credit. I would do like buy any item, get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. You will blow the doors off your sales in one day. If you can just start letting them know, say, oh my gosh, Sunday's International Women's Day. I'm doing something crazy. And then the next day say, here's what you want to do. Go check your bathroom. I'm going to do some crazy specials. And then really make a big deal about International Women's Day. That's on Sunday. So, and then Monday's a red event. So, okay. Double Star Consultant deadline's the 15th. If anybody wants to just make sure they jot that down, we'll talk about that later. Okay, Lori, is that it for events?
Yeah, I just want to emphasize, for tomorrow, people can come on with samples, without samples, or they can also hopefully come over to your place, or you could go to their place. So really like max out the potential of this event, and it's really fun. And Janice always does a good job.
And Renetta, you're new, and so if you had 1 or 2 people come over tomorrow and you just have your phone or a laptop or a tablet sitting there, you don't literally, unlike when you did it the other day, you don't have to say anything. Janice will go through the entire skincare, both Miracle Set and Repair and Charcoal and Microderm without you saying a word. You just stand there like Vanna White, hold stuff and smile. So
and squirt, smile and squirt.
Squirt and smile, exactly.
And everybody learns. We all learn.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I think it's my time to talk about double credit for quarter sharing. So the entire month of March, you guys, is double credit for the quarter sharing. There's also a $10 start, which I think is absolutely insane. I sometimes almost don't know why the company does this, but I'm excited that they did it. It's all good, right? And why do I not have one flyer that has it on there? Wow. Okay, so apparently Facebook took my flyer down. I don't know where it went. That's really strange. Okay, well, anyway, so instead of it being $35 to start right now, it's 10. So I want you guys to wrap your heads around this. Your director is working on a goal from Dallas. Okay, doesn't matter what unit you're in, your director, trust me, is working on this goal. And it's a 10, 20, and 30% growth goal. It is numbers of agreements or people coming in. It is not necessarily whether they're Great Start qualified or not. So I want you to wrap your head around this for just a second. You have just this month to add. So let's say Renetta adds 5 to her team this month. Actually, we'll go 6 because that's the max you're allowed to add and have them count double. If Renetta gets 6 team members this month, 6 women who either say, I need extra money, or I need to belong, my kids all went away to college, or I'm a grandma and I could use extra cash. Or she might have somebody say, I don't want to pay retail. What's your discount? 50%? Sign me up. So if Renetta adds 6 people to her team this month, she has all of March, April, May, and June for us to get them qualified. And when they get qualified in that 4-month window, they count double. So Janice Trudar National is doing the court of sharing recognition. And you have to do the half court, half of a B to get recognition. Well, guess what that number is? 12. Well, if Renetta gets 6 and it's double credit and they count as 12, Renetta's already done. And you guys, you just never know who's gonna. I mean, I came in for the discount. Melanie came in for the discount, and so did Lori. So you've got all three directors on this call tonight, all letting you know the only reason they joined was to either help a relative or to get 50% off. None of us had any intentions of doing anything with this. At least Lori and I didn't. I don't know. Melanie, did you plan on doing? Oh, you did not either.
No, no.
So-
I was going to get my own stuff for free. My friend was working on, was trying to earn a car, and I was going to just get the kit and my own stuff, and then I realized that I could get more free stuff if I placed a qualified order. So, and then there was Janice had promised a rebate if we went to a meeting, so I went to one meeting, and then I was hooked.
You're cash driven, I can tell. Had a girl. Well, no, but you're not. So you guys, all I'm saying to you is that we haven't done this $10 start in a really, really, really long time, and I kind of think it almost downplays a little bit of what this opportunity is for. So when you go on the Thursday sharing events, it's going to be a $35 credit that they win. It'll pay $10 for their start, and then hopefully they will use the other 25 toward their Go kit or Section 2 samples or whatever. Okay. But I want to tell you, that's a really big deal. I know each and every one of you that are listening to this or are on tonight can get at least 5 people in your life to say, I would love to be on your team for $10. To get their own products at half off, to have a My Shop set up, that's like crazy. So just take any prejudging that you have and say, oh, well, she's an attorney, she's too busy, she's got 7 kids, she's too busy. Nobody's too busy. It's $10, people. So just saying, I would love to see us get as many agreements as you can in this month. All right. So Melanie, now we're going to go to you and you're going to talk about.
I just popped. I apologize.
Thank you, Lori.
There's the flyer. Good job. Good job.
So you can take a screenshot or pick it up off of boards.
I'll post it on Facebook in about 2 minutes. So it's,
Okay,
I
very
have
good.
the flyer. I just don't know why it's not on there.
Here we
So
go.
anyway,
I'll stop sharing.
no, you're
Okay.
totally good, Lori. Thank you for doing that. Okay. So Melanie, it is double credit for sales, but not the whole month, correct?
Right. We are calling
Okay.
this a double credit sales blast. So it's just, in fact, it's on now. It started on the 1st. We woke up Sunday morning and double credit. We were surprised. And it ends on the 15th. Now that's really cool because that's the same day that the star cutoff is. So if you're still working on your star, those things will count towards your retail. Now think about this. The double credit is for seminar awards counting. And we count sales for seminar, we count them at retail. Okay. So you're not going to double for star, but everything you do to earn your star is going to double for seminar. So your directors have a gift for you. I think we have 3 price levels. We have a $300 price level, $600 price level, $1,000 price level. Is there one more, Diane?
And then 1,500. I'll pull this up right now.
Okay. So anyway, here's the thing. When you place a $300 wholesale order, it's going to count retail $600, and then you're going to double that for the seminar awards. So a $300 wholesale order counts $1,200 towards seminar awards. Now, it counts towards the Queen's Court of Sales, which requires a $45,000 retail. But it also counts towards our national Princess Court of Sales, which is $20,000 retail, and it also counts towards our unit. What do we call them? Our unit court of
Our
sales.
unit court, right? Our unit court, which is
10,000 retail. So if you did that $1,000 wholesale there, which you maxed out your double credit at 1,000. That counts 1,000 wholesale counts 4,000 towards court of sharing, and you're almost halfway there for the unit court of sharing.
Mm-hmm.
if you do that. I mean, court of sales. So it's a great thing. And here's the thing, and this is where I'm going to toss this over to Diane here in a second. But these also count towards our unit position. So all of this also counts double towards your unit retail, which is what gets recognition for your unit at seminar. If you want to be in one of the unit clubs, if and believe me, none of us can do that by ourselves. That is not something that we do personally to get into the unit club. It requires everybody working together. And that's where I want to throw that one to Diane. But does anybody have any questions about what, again,
or comments?
This ends on the 15th. So, everything we are doing now towards the 15th counts toward this. So obviously we're excited about the $10 e-start and the double credit for that, but that's good for the whole month. We really need to focus on this now.
So what I was going to share with you guys is, if you look at these prizes, you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, but I'm not doing the diamond ring and I don't have a goal. I only order twice a year. I don't matter. No, you do matter. How many of you have ever put together a puzzle? And I apologize, I didn't go grab my puzzle, but I was up at the lake and I bought this beautiful waterfront. It was this beautiful puzzle, 500-piece puzzle. And we had shad carpet up at the lake. So I tipped the box upside down. I cheat. I do all the border first. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I do that anyway. And I'm putting it together and I could tell there was a border piece missing. Now, sometimes a piece looks like a border, but anyway, bottom line is I got the whole puzzle put together. One piece was missing. I'm checking the floor. I'm checking everything. Without that one piece, that one little piece, the puzzle's not complete. So you might not think if you're hearing this, oh, my order doesn't matter. I'm just going to do a $300 order. Your $300 order counts as $1,200 toward your unit's scoreboard. There you go, Mel. Thank you for that.
Oh.
And so you guys realize you do matter. A $600 order counts as $2,400. So you might not think, but what if your $300 or your $600 or your $1,500 order puts your unit over the finish line? So don't think that you don't matter, because we as directors, we are a leader of a unit. Our unit stands for you and I together. That's what unit stands for. And so if you look at these, it doesn't matter where you win. Find a place to win this month, but it has to be by the 15th. If you order 1,500 on the 16th, we're excited for you, but it doesn't double for your scoreboard. Now, I will tell there's many people in my unit that if you do even 600 this month, which counts by the 15th, which counts as 12, which counts as 24 plus what you have in to do our unit court at 10,000 is not a stretch at all. And then some of you who haven't done a lot yet, because maybe you're new, you could totally still do it. So these are pieces of jewelry that were designed by the Mary Kay Foundation with Mary Kay Ash in mind. She had given input on on Silver Wings and on several quotes. And most of these are one of a kind. Some I have two of, but none of these can be duplicated. These have been in a velvet box with all the tags and mesh bags on them for a couple of years. They are beautiful pieces. Some of them have Mary Kay's face on them. They're absolutely gorgeous, but some of them have quotes. Then at the 600 level, this is really cute. This is a brand new wristlet with a big embroidered red, or I don't know if it's red or bright orange, MK, and then the sash or the strap that your hand goes through says Mary Kay, and it has two little wristlet bags attached to it. You could use one for samples and business cards, the other one for your cell phone, reader glasses. Maybe no one else uses reader glasses. Your cell phone and your whatever. And then, or a Mary Kay apron. And a lot of consultants, because they aren't as fond of the beauty coat maybe right now, they're wearing the Mary Kay apron with the pockets on the sides. That's actually a really fun. In fact, my nail salon, they just went to aprons. Everybody wears a burgundy apron when you go to the nail salon, and they have Mystic Nails embroidered on the front. And I thought, how clever is that? So you can choose the wristlet or the apron. At 1,000, you get the wristlet and the Mary Kay t-shirt with the blue star with the star and the rhinestoney. And then at 1,500, you guys, this bag is to die for. It looks like it's faux leather, and the whole inside is PVC lined to keep things cold. So if you've got some lipsticks or some fragrance and you're hauling it around and it's 100 degrees outside and it's 120 in your car, you don't have to worry. And it's big. This is a beautiful brand new pink branded insulated tote. So you can qualify, but again, it ends on the 15th. But you guys, without you, we can't pull this off. This isn't about Lori and Melanie and I working with Greater Focus. This is about us helping you have a win. And so just know that you do matter. Even a 250 order, a 300, they all matter. They all help us cross the finish line. So anyone else have any math questions for Mel?
Can I just say that there's also a Princess Court at 20,000, and Janice has some fabulous prizes for that. So 20,000 retail for those of you who are, aspire to taking the next step.
Yep.
But
Thank you, Lori. And I'd forgotten about the prizes. I knew she was going to recognize them, but yeah, there's some prizes there. So.
Okay, so now I want to really briefly talk about a couple ways that you guys can get into making money this month, and one of them is some different things. So I want you to, part of your challenge today is going to be to choose one of these. So grab a piece of paper. One are chemo care packages, and so I'm going to go really quick to boards. And can you guys still see boards or not?
we have a calendar.
Okay,
Here we go. Yep.
you can see boards though.
Yes.
Okay, great. So in here somewhere, where are chemo care packages? Right here. So in the chemo care packages, this is an option. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but it's basically when you're placing your order for double credit, get a satin lip set. And it comes in a cute cello bag that looks like this. And we're using the company's cello bag to put these packages together. An unscented hand cream. So this is what the gift is. It's $36. You're not covering all your costs. I realize that, but this is a community service type of thing. This is not for you to get rich on. But you might have an organization that says, I'd love to give you $100. And you say, great. You hand them a receipt for $100. That gives you enough money to buy like 4 or 5 of these sets. Does that make sense? And you can include, if you look in this thing, I'm not going to spend time on this, but here's the card, the receipt, the Facebook post, everything. If you want help with that, text your director the word chemo care package and she will walk you through and explain it. The other thing I want to talk about is something that I really have already hit the bandwagon. I'm really excited. It's a program called Beauty Doesn't Retire. Can you guys all see that now? So I customize mine with my name and I put my picture on the front, even though it's not supposed to really have a picture on the front. I don't care. And then this is what I posted on my customer page, what to expect, a refreshed skincare experience, a moment to reflect on your story, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Then I posted, no, that's not where I posted it. Then I posted this. And I said, I'm building a portfolio featuring women 65 and over. And I said, let me know which one of these. And I texted this to 4 customers. All of a sudden, my customer texts me back the word confidence. And I'm like, what'd she text me that for? Because I forgot that I had that on the bottom of the flyer. And I'm like, and I sent her back a thumbs up. I'm like, great, you're confident. I didn't get it. Then all of a sudden I went, wait a minute, that's what she's supposed to text me. So I immediately called her and she said, I'd love to get together with you. And my mom wants to do it too. She goes, I just turned 65. And she goes, my mom is 84, I think. She said, but she's a wild 84. She's a crazy 84. I said, okay, whatever. And she said, I said, well, could I possibly, she goes, we could do it next week. And I says, well, I'm going to be gone next week. So I said, is it possible we could do it this week? I said, how's Thursday? Because my Thursday's only booked in the very early morning and late at night, but my whole day is open. And so she goes, Thursday would be great. It's her birthday. And I said, oh my gosh. So I'm going to do the mom on this 80-year-old on her birthday or whatever. And I said to her daughter, does your mom want to have a friend or two? So she texted me back. She goes, yes, she'd like to have a few friends. I said, if she has 2 friends, not counting the 2 of you, she gets $100 shopping spree at half off. She goes, oh, we'll have at least 2 people here. I just booked this today for Thursday. And then I booked another customer for Friday. So you guys don't feel like you've got to put these way out like a week or 2 in advance. But they've all decided what they want their little thing to be. And then there's another post that Erin Marlowe did all this, and Melanie's going to explain in a second where pajama graphics are. But you can literally drag their name into this on Canva, like right over this, and then you can fill out a whole nother profile on them. So it's going to be super fun. I highly, highly suggest you start taking advantage of this. So this is called Beauty Doesn't Age or Beauty Doesn't Retire. And this is all on my VIP page, but I will also post it on Facebook. So Melanie, can you share with them where they can find pajama graphics? You guys, this is free, all done for you.
So let me share. I have it opened up here.
And I will put all that stuff on our unit page too.
And let me close these guys out real quick. So pajama graphics is, and it is just pajamagraphics.com. This is a service that is offered by, this is Erin Marlowe. She is a fabulous graphic artist, and she is offering this. It's a complimentary service, and she's got all kinds of stuff on here. I mean, come here and browse, but she also gives you she has tutorials. She has tutorials about how you can, some of it has a cost to it, but there are plenty of things that are free, and all you have to do is provide her with your email. So
where do you click if you want it free?
I believe she has Go Give right here there in the middle.
And I'm just putting this on Facebook. Is it called pajamagraphics.com?
pajamagraphics.com, and she has a go give section where everything is free. So here, you and there's two things you have to do. You have to give her your information to sign up, and then she also wants you to make sure. The other part of it is that I should log in. But the other thing is that everything she produces has her logo on it. You may not cut the logo off, and you also may not just give them to someone else. She wants you to, part of the thing that you're going to agree to is that you're going to come here and you're going to pull the graphics yourself. And if someone else wants those graphics, they need to come here and pull the graphics themselves. So it's
Perfect.
her, because what she gets out of this is just like same thing we get out of at a booth event when people put their name into our little game, at whatever game we're playing. She collects your name, and she's not going to, she doesn't not going to spam you to death, but that is what she gets out of it on the go give part. So the go give part, you just make sure that you are, following her rules and respecting her work. She does beautiful work, and she teaches you how to change it, put your own pictures in. You're welcome to do that, but you don't take the logo off, because that's kind of like her little copyright. So
I figured anyone who's going to do the work, I'm happy to leave their logo on there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So,
All right. I think now we're going to switch gears real quick. And Lori, you're going to talk about some price things going on.
Yes.
Let me pull
So
them up right now.
I was talking to another director. She said, I don't think we're supposed to tell people. And I said, I don't think
care.
I didn't see anything. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point
They
is,
asked us not to say anything, but not yet. But I thought, you know what? If these are going up in price, I'd want to know. So
you want to know this, especially because between now and the 15th, we get double credit. So why not stock up when the price is low? And then when the price after it goes up, then it benefits you in more ways than one. So for beauty tools, we've got some brushes, it's hard to read that, but
my Wi-Fi says it's unstable. That's probably why it's blurry.
That's okay. So we've got some beauty tools, body care. One of the things that stood out to me was the targeted action. I mean, I just love that stuff. So it's going up a little bit. We've got the 2-in-1 body wash and shave, which is a huge seller for me. And even men like that, their wives complain about them stealing it. But hydrating lotion. So lots of body care items, and there's no problem in stocking up on those. Then fragrances, which is nice. I did not see Mary Kay Confident on that list.
No, they did not change that one, but
so that's
about
nice.
Everything else.
That's nice. But yes, everything else, if you have a customer has say they are one of their favorites is Bella Ballara, you might want to check with them and say, hey, it's going to go up. So how many would you like to stock up on? Go Set, Time-Wise Repair is going up. Clear Proof Acne System is going up.
There's 60 items, I think.
The boosters are going up.
Yes, I think that you guys realize is that, I have a feeling they haven't said anything, but I'm guessing it's due to packaging and stuff. But everything's jumping either $1, $2, or $4. I think $4 is the most. Like this finishing spray is going up $4, but most of it's a $1 to $4.
Except for repair, which goes up $5. But
right.
There's 5 items in there, so.
So you guys, this is not something that we as directors were given this as confidential information. Of course, I'm putting this in the video, so hey, guess it's not gonna be very much confidential information anymore. But I just wanted you guys to know, Lori and Melanie, I wanted you guys to know, because then you can go to your client and say, if you want to stop, I would use this for International Women's Day and say, I'm giving you an early leak. I believe sometime at end of April, there's going to be this price increase. I want you to know now. So if anything's getting low, get it now at the lower price. Of course, if you guys buy low and sell high, that just means your profit is greater. So totally take advantage of that. Anyone have any questions for Lori real quick on the price increase? Okay. Thank you, Lori. So we're going to go right now into talking about coaching a hostess. So this is our boot camp. This is week 3. The first week was on generating leads. Last week was on now you got a lead. How are you going to book it? And then this week is on coaching. And I will tell you one thing that Mary Kay used to personally tell us herself, and I know more Melanie and Lori could finish this sentence, is a class worth booking is a class
Worth coaching.
Exactly. That's what Mary Kay herself used to tell us. So I'm going to share with you 5 key points that I think is going to make all the difference in the world to your success. Okay. So I'm going to explain all these, but I'm going to give you the 5 things. First of all, it's WIFM. This is her thinking, what's in it for me? Number 2 is making the hostess invite. Number 3 is the hostess text to send with the invite. Do not let her make up her own words. Learn that lesson. Number 4 is asking her what's on her wish list, encouraging her to create a wish list of what she's going to want to get with all her hostess credit. And number 5 is following up when you pre-profile, which you will learn how to do next week, how you do something called cross-confirmation with the hostess. Okay, now, if you guys have questions what it is, please feel free to unmute, raise your hand, jump up and down, whatever. And if you guys have found something that really works for you, share that, because I'm not the one with all the ideas. I have just been doing this a long time. So, if you've got things that have worked for you, or maybe you've done something that absolutely did not work for you, then let us know that. Okay. So first of all, what's in it for them? You want a hostess program that's simple. Mary Kay has never, for a while, she had like a hostess program. We had brochures. We had some things that were hostess gifts, like acrylic trays and all this stuff. But she found that so many women like to customize their own thing. So Mary Kay kind of got away from that because we all did our own thing anyway, whether the company knew it or not. So here's what I will tell you. 2 things. Keep it simple, because if you're confused and you're the consultant, she's confused, the hostess. Okay. Number 2 is if it excites you, it will excite her. So it was probably about 12 years ago, and somebody shared with me the 75 for 35 and the 75 for 25 program. And I go, so wait a second, because to me, if somebody gets 75 for 35, that's a killer deal. And so when somebody said to me, well, yeah, Diane, because otherwise I'd say, well, you get 50 free. Well, 50 free cost me $25, correct? But if I gave you 75 for 35, that's better than 50% off. So here's what I would say to people. I'd say, well, gosh, Lori, you know what? There's this amazing program. You won't believe this. It's called U+2. And as long as you have U+2, you get a $75 shopping spree of anything you want for only $35. And when it holds on the original date, you get 75 for 25. That is reinforcing to her to hold on the original date. You can also then say to her, and Lori, that's if there's U+2. Now, if you have, 2 or 3 people, if you get a 4th person or a 5th person, for each person on the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, you get an additional item at half price. Those don't cost you anything, you guys. But if it means she's going to get 6 people there, great, right? But keep it simple. So whatever program you come up with, or whatever flyer you want to give, or whatever you want to do, the bottom line is that you want to make it simple. So that's what's in it for her. Okay. And let her know. And there is a way when you do an individual close, is nobody's ever going to buy everything that they want usually. So that's why I give them the closing sheet and have them circle everything they would love if it were free. And so when you close with that person and they have all these things left over they didn't buy, I said, well, I assume you want that for half off or free. Because I was thinking we should get together again. And you'll learn this in a couple weeks in boot camp about booking that second appointment. So again, what's in it for me for the hostess? Number 2 is getting a hostess invite. Now I'm going to jump on probably Canva really quick here and show you. I don't make a person when I do invites. I hate to admit this, but I use almost the same invite for every single person. So, I mean, I figure why reinvent the wheel, right? Like you don't need to. So
Right.
I will make, and these are all on Canva, and Canva's free. So like, for example, this one says invites. I don't know how many different versions I have in here, like a gazillion. So there's 28 different versions. Why my old assistant kept all 28 of these is beyond me. So I always am careful about ethnicity. So if there's going to be different racial ethnicities, I want to make sure that all the models are not white. I know that might sound kind of silly, but I try to be sensitive to that. So let's say this was Lori's party. All I'm going to do is leave this. If we're doing charcoal, I just click on this. I change the date. I change where it is. I get rid of the restaurant and instead I go to, this was at our office in Sacramento. This one's on Zoom. This one's at somebody's home. So do you know what I'm saying? So you could literally take this and all you do is alter it and you send it to her in 2 minutes and she's like, wow, she is so talented. They don't know that I'm using the same invite for every single person. So you can use like this kind of a background. You can use, there's just all kind, I tend to use this kind of spa pampering kind of thing background a lot, unless I'm doing makeup or something. But these are all just different things. It could say Jasmine's place. And if she's going to post this on social media, I didn't put her address on here because she says, I don't want my address on the flyer because I'm going to post it everywhere. So ask her. And then I immediately send this to Jasmine. So you create the invite. I have a Mary Kay logo on here. I can send you any of these if you want to try to edit them because they're all editable. Can't even hardly say that word. Editable, whatever it is. Anyway, and so some say spa pampering. Some have charcoal. If you're not doing charcoal, you don't have to put a charcoal girl on there. This one's just a glycolic radiance peel. Does that make sense? So just make one really cute thing and then you just go in and edit that one thing. It's super, super simple. Now, when you go to send it out, this is the important part. You're going to go to boards, or you can text your director if you don't have boards. You're going to go to boards and you're going to go down here to, let me get rid of these pictures so I can see you guys. Okay, so we're going to go down here to scripts. And there's booking text. Look at that. Okay. And so this is one, and this is the one that probably, is this the one that I use a lot? Yeah. It says, hey, I'm super excited that, so you send this to the hostess. You say, well, here's your invite and here's the sample text to send out with it. Don't send her the invite and then the next day send a sample text because she already sent the invite out. So you send her the invite with this. Hey, I'm super excited. I'm having a beauty spa experience for myself and my friends. You're one of my favorites, so I hope you can join me. Now, if this sounds too formal to you and you want to edit this little so it sounds more conversational, that's fine. It says part of my spa experience includes you getting pampered with anti-aging skincare, charcoal mask, hydrating gel mask, plus we get to hang out together for some fun girl time. You can text my Mary Kay girl or consultant, whatever you want to call yourself, and your first name at this phone number with your RSVP and your skin type. Plus, she's going to have a special gift for you. Can you make it next Friday, Lindsay? And you literally put the hostess's name down here, you put your name here, and you put this. Now, if you give this to your hostess, Lindsay, on a Monday, and you say to her, now, Lindsay, realize this is a numbers game. And this is really important, you guys, when it comes to coaching. You say to Lindsay, inviting people is a numbers game. It's getting women together is like herding cats. If you ask your 5 friends what day is good for them, you're going to get literally 5 different answers. So I say to Lindsay, don't worry about it. Just invite twice as many people as you want there. Because if you invite 10, 3 aren't even going to open it. And out of the 7, 1 will say maybe, 1 will say no, and the other 5 will say, I'll try. And then 3 of them are going to go, count on me. So it's those 3. Does that make sense? So I say that to her because I don't want her to get devastated. The number one fear of a hostess is that no one's coming to her party. So if you let her know that, well, if you invite 10, you're probably going to have 4. They go, oh, so it prepares them. Does that make sense? It prepares them for what they're going to experience. So that's just one sample. There's other ones. If it's a virtual event, do you like to win prizes for Kate? That's a whole different thing. Now, this is if you're going to do stuff on the back of their hand. You can say, I'm doing a pampering. We're doing an event, but we're doing everything on the back of your hand because some women are very nervous or whatever about taking their makeup off in front of their friends, whatever. And if you're doing it virtually and you're sending out packets, then you can do something like this, where it'll say, I'd suggest sending this text below. So I send this to the hostess, to everybody that's invited to your party. I can't wait to, and she can say, we can't, or you can say, I can't wait for you to be included in the pampering on Monday. Remember to have a washcloth, water, scissors, plus a mirror to see what you're doing. Be sure to have your packet of samples, the beverage of your choice. PJs are okay. So I literally give her something like this. Now, this is for a consultant's kickoff. So you could take out the thanks for supporting me. But I can't wait to see you. You can jump on a few minutes early. I use this for Janice's virtual events on Wednesday. When I mail samples, this is exactly what I use. Click on the Zoom link. I change it to Janice's Zoom. But again, you don't want the hostess to make up her own words because you guys have no idea what they might say. And it's might not be good. All right. So give her the text what to send out. Okay. Now, I'm just going to role play with Melanie for a second. So let's say Melanie's my hostess, and I say, Melanie, did you get the invite I sent you and the text?
I did.
Good, good. So what I want you to do now is you probably have the lookbook that I sent you in the mail. And let's say I hadn't sent her one in the mail. Let's say I sent her a digital one. I'd say, well, Melanie, you have a lookbook. So here's what I'd love you to do. Since your party's on Saturday, have you started your wish list of everything you would love if half off or free?
I have not.
Okay, so
I've seen a couple of things that I'm interested in, but
okay, great. So you can totally flip through the whole catalog. And then when you get to the last 8 pages of the book, it's literally the entire cupboard. It's like the entire cabinet of what Mary Kay sells, literally from an eyebrow to a cleanser to an eye cream, you name it. It's in those last 8 pages. Perfect. So what I need you to do then is to grab a piece of paper and I want you to pretend that I was letting you loose in my office for 20 minutes and you got to shop and take whatever you want. What would you want? So I want you to start making a wish list. Maybe you have your A list of like these are the things I would just died having. These are things I'd like to have. Like there's the gotta have it and then I wish I had it kind of thing. But make your list huge because between your 75 for 25 and then I know you've invited 3 or 4 extra people, you're going to be able to get a whole bunch of stuff at half off for free. Okay?
yes,
So and
I'm excited.
and then let me know what questions you have on products because that's what I'm here for is to answer questions, okay? And so then I
Sounds
would hang up and
awesome.
I'd say, hey, I'm curious. So you might check with her the next day. Hey, I'm curious, Melanie, what were some of the things at the top of your wish list? Again, she might go, oh, I forgot to make my wish list again. So it's that constant reinforcement. It takes 30 seconds to do that. The last point on this is the follow up. It's called cross confirmation. Melanie's number one fear is no one's coming to my party, right? I mean, let's be real, right? You throw a Super Bowl party, you throw any party, that's your biggest concern. So when Melanie sends that text out that says, hey, I'm having a spa party, text my Mary Care girl, Diane, she might not even know that her friends have RSVP'd to you, right? Let's say her sister is Lori and Lori RSVPs to me, doesn't even tell her sister Melanie she's coming. So Lori sends me a text, oh, my skin is normal. I'm super excited. I'm coming on Saturday to Melanie's. I said, great. Can I ask you some questions about your skin? Can I give you a call? I try, you'll learn this next week about pre-profiling. I try not to do it through texting. I get Lori on the phone. Lori sounds excited. We talk for 3 or 4 minutes. I hang up. Guess who my very next text or phone call is? To my hostess, Melanie. I will hold my finger on the microphone because I want her to hear the excitement. I'll go, Melanie, I just talked to your sister. She is crazy fun. Lori is such a blast. She's so excited about coming on Saturday. I can't wait. You are going to have the most fun you've ever had. Like it's going to be a blast. And then I hang up or stop the recording. Melanie now is relieved. She's like, phew, one person's coming. Lori's coming. Yay. So it's called cross confirmation. Or you might even send Melanie, and then the next person's like, hey, I talked to your neighbor, Suzanne. She's coming too. She's super excited. Now Melanie's thinking, man, I got 2 people coming. Who else can I invite? And her confidence builds with every single person that you text her. Even if it's the day of the party, let's say her mother in law finally calls me, then I can, or I also need to say to Melanie, Melanie, I've only gotten calls, I've only gotten texts from Lori and from Sandy. Did you have other people you invited? She goes, yeah, I invited like a ton of other people. Say, well, you might send out a reminder because I've only heard from 2. Because she knows that her hostess credit is based on her having, let's say, 2 or more, 3 or more, or whatever. So let them know, hey, I just heard from so and so. Hey, I just heard from so and so. Does that make sense? So it's called cross confirmation. So number one is making sure you explain to her what's in it for her. What kind of hostess credit does she get or what does she get free? Create the hostess invite. Doesn't have to be mine. Anything on Canva will do, or if you don't like Canva, pick collage, whatever's your thing. And when you're looking for pictures, make sure, because I saw a consultant's thing, she pulled product off of Google and the product said Mac. It was very subtle, but I know what Mary Kay product looks like, and she used Mac pictures in a Mary Kay invite. Not a good idea, guys. You can actually go to Google Images and type in Mary Kay microdermabrasion, and there'll be tons of pictures to choose from. So create the hostess invite is number 2. Number 3 is give your hostess the text to send with it and make sure in that text that you put in there, contact my Mary Kay consultant, Diane, at this number. Now, if I'm hosting the party, I will say, text me back at this number with your skin type so I can be sure to make you a custom goodie bag. You might go, well, Diane, what's in a custom goodie bag? Sometimes it's just a cello bag, a little bit bigger than this. Sometimes it's a cello bag. I have a lookbook in there and I put 2 or 3 samples in there and always my business card and 2 pieces of hard candy. I go to the Dollar Tree, I buy a bag of butterscotch and a bag of peppermint, throw a piece of each in the bag with the lookbook and a couple samples. Sometimes I'll actually get the eyelash bags that are this big that are canvas from Amazon. They cost me about $1.10 each bag, and I put their goodies in there. So, and how do you know what to put in there? You'll find out that next week when you pre-profile. So, then remember to get the hostess's wish list, and then remember the cross confirmation is important. All Melanie wants to know is, oh my God, is somebody coming? Please, somebody come to my party. And the second I hear from her sister-in-law or sister or whoever, I let Melanie know. Now Melanie's excited. Okay. I'd love to hear comments, thoughts, feedback. What have you guys tried of this? What's worked? What hasn't worked? Let me put everybody on gallery view. Go guys, go. Feel free to unmute and give me your feedback. Is this what you guys already all do when you book? When you're coaching a hostess?
You said this was on Facebook too. On Facebook page.
Is what on the Facebook page?
The info on boards, the hostess, the
no, all the scripts are going to be, it's really hard to find stuff like that on Facebook. I can put it on sheets and put it under files, but all that, the nice thing about going to boards is you can literally copy and paste it right off the boards. And it's under scripts. For you guys, what are you guys using that'll work with a hostess? Now, Renetta, I'll use a perfect example because we didn't get the guest list and we weren't able to pre-profile. Renetta found that people were like, at first they were like, I'm coming. And then they're like, well, I'll try to come. And you know how that is. Or they'll go, I might be able to swing by. Well, it went from I'm coming to maybe to probably not. And so now I'm sure Renetta will agree that now that she knows the importance of getting the guest list and pre-profiling, it makes all the difference in the world whether people show. It really, really does. And it develops a start of a relationship, which is what sets us apart from all the other cosmetic companies. Anybody else have a thought? Lori, Melanie, anything that you guys do that I either forgot or something that you've done that has been successful or effective?
The only thing I want to just remind is that in this there is something called the 4-point recruiting plan.
Yes, ma'am.
So the only thing that you might want to add to it is to say, you know, I'm always looking for new team members. We're looking for new consultants in the area, and so therefore I was wondering who might be coming, who would be good at doing what I do, and you could say, and what about you? You can think about that.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that, Lori. Thank you. So the 4-point recruiting plan, number one is I remember doing this as an owl, an eye, a pick, and a gift. So the owl is asking who, right? Like I'm not trying to be funny, but so no, but saying to the hostess, so Melanie, I'm curious of all the people that are coming today, who do you think might be good at doing what I do? And she'll go, oh, I don't know, maybe my sister. I don't really know. But you're planting the seed because even if you never bring it up again, Melanie's thinking, who do I know that would be good at doing what she does? And then, like Lori says, is the next thing is an I, and that's your I story. You give a 3-sentence, not 3 paragraphs, not 3 pages, 3 sentences before, during, and after. Like before Mary Kay, I was a broke college student getting my MBA, working full time, and I literally lived on mac and cheese and top ramen because I had no money. And I was newly introduced to Mary Kay. And then I joined Mary Kay truly for the discount. Didn't understand the company, but really wanted to save a lot of money. And then I ended up being able to, and then present time, I was able to leave a corporate job and have a diaper bag in one hand and a briefcase in the other and raise my kids by having freedom and flexibility. So watch what I do. You never know. This might be something for you. Make it super. That was not 3 sentences. That was like 20 sentences. But anyway, but so you say your I story and then you pick somebody. And I will just tell you the story super fast because this bit me in the butt at a skincare party right after COVID. Is I said, well, you guys, Mary Kay says at every party, there's at least one consultant at every class. Who do you think tonight that might be? And they all pointed to this really, the most outgoing, bubbly girl. As I was doing the individual close, the quiet, shy one said to me, well, I know nobody pointed to me, but I was thinking I might be interested in this. And I thought to myself, I will never ask that question again. So instead, now what I ask, and I get almost 100% of people raising their hand, I said, how many of you have ever thought about having a side business, dog walking, catering, something? And in today's world, everybody, they all raise their hand. Every person will raise their hand. And I said, well, what I'd love for you guys to do is freedom and flexibility is a big deal. So we don't have any quotas. We don't have any monthly minimums. You can go as fast or slow as you can get a car. You can go to directorship or you can play. But if you're even a little bit curious, I have a small gift for you today. If you just want to just take some information home, no big deal. You guys wrap up like limited edition eyeshadows that are discontinued. Wrap up stuff that's $10 or less. And just say, I have a gift for you for anybody who would like to just take home a little bit of information. Just let me know at the end. Right? And that's when you offer a little gift for somebody listening. So Lori, thank you for reminding me. But I'll tell you guys, before everybody comes and you're setting up, get the hostess to help you. Say, here's a tray and a mirror and a zippered pouch. Do what I do. What are you training her to do? You're training her to do your job. So thank you, Lori, for reminding me on that. Okay, any other comments? I don't know. Those of you who are seasoned, I know Carrie, you're out holding a lot of appointments. I don't know if you guys have found there's certain things that really work and certain things that don't work. Anything you guys want to share?
Well, you should always try to pre-profile. I know it doesn't always work, but 99% of the time it does work because they will tell you that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, or Diane said, you do know how many people are going to be at the party. So it really sets the party up. And you kind of know about them before you get there because you're meeting, I don't know, I do 5 and 6 party play. So you're meeting 5 people you don't know. But they kind of know you because you've already talked to them. And I only text to get them to give me a time to call them.
Exactly.
Unless they're totally out of sync and won't do it. But most of the time, if you just do that, when's a good time to call? You have a couple questions and I have a prize for you. And so it's like you want to know what they want. So
Exactly.
they, of course, are going to give you an opinion of what they want. So.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. No, those are all great tips that Carrie mentioned. And you guys will learn more about pre-profiling next week. But I hope you guys are just building your confidence because just like Renetta shared though, she was a little nervous when she went to do that first one. She's like, wait, what do I do? And she goes, wait a minute, I love this product. I can do this. And then afterwards, she's like, okay, when's my next gig? Because she's like on it, right? And that was after just doing one practice. So it does build confidence. So I want to thank you guys for that. Okay, so here's your challenge. And I do want to know if you guys, do we have a queen of sales for tonight? Because I always like making that queen of sales little tiara kind of thingy. 520 for Carrie, 520. So is Carrie that queen of sales?
I
I
think
challenge
so.
somebody this week to beat Carrie. That's the new challenge. Beat Carrie. We're gonna have a new contest.
Well, Renetta had more faces.
And
but-
Renetta was queen of faces. So Renetta had 5 faces.
Yes.
All right. We got it now. All right. So here's your 24-hour challenge is I want you to implement one of these 2 things. You're either going to take the chemo care package and in the next 24 hours, you're going to reach out to a few people, show them the letter on boards, explain them that our unit, that your leader or mentor, or whatever you want to call me, I lost my sister, Lori lost her sister to cancer. So just say, we've lost close loved ones to cancer and we really want to do this. Nothing, you guys can go with me if you're local. And if you're not local, you can have your order of your satin lips and hand cream sent to your director and we'll take it. But nothing was more rewarding than to walk into Bass Care Center with these boxes of goodie bags. And they go, these are all for us. And I said, yes, for the next 100 people getting chemo. They just said, are you kidding me? They were just so grateful. And then one gal goes, do you have a card? I lost my consultant years ago. Like when you are philanthropic, you just never know who you're going to connect with. But you guys, companies out there want to help. They really, really do. And I know Lori can tell you stories the same, right? They all want to be a part of that. So you're either going to kick into gear with the chemo care package thing or run with the beauty doesn't retire, the 65 plus thing. And it's all on that pajama. What is it called, Melanie? I'm sorry.
Pajamagraphics.com.
Pajamagraphics.com.
Under the Go Give.
Yeah, under Go Give. So pajamagraphics.com. If you have troubles finding that, let us know. But these are all templates, you guys, you don't have to pay for. So implement one of those 2 in the next 24 hours. Okay, because I really need help locally. I promised Bass Care Center 150 packages by the end of March. And I've sold 12 so far, so we have 138 to go. So I could use your help. Those of you who are going to career conference, I'm excited. We'll be reaching out. We're driving apparently now instead of flying. And It is double credit. So between now and the 15th, you guys have that, like the race horses have those little leather cups. Don't pay attention what the other horses around you are doing. Run toward what you're passionate about, what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled. And I appreciate you guys for being on here tonight. Thank you for being a supportive part of our Dynamite unit. Melanie, what's your unit's name?
We are multitude of beautiful achievers.
Ah, beautiful achievers. And then Lori's a luminary unit. So we appreciate you guys for being on here tonight. Thanks for jumping on, you guys. Good night.